Happy Book Talk Tuesday. I can't believe it's already Tuesday again. Seems like it was just Tuesday. So I've been up at school for a few days and I'm getting ready and I'm so excited. It's going to be a great year. We're going to be doing some new stuff in my school. We've got a whole bunch of new books that just came in, which is awesome. I just love that. I love new books. Seriously, it's like Christmas every time a box comes in the library. I don't even really care what it is. If it's a box for me to open, it's okay. So as I was walking around the library today, there were a couple of books that I saw and I thought, oh gosh, I love this book. And so that made me think I should just tell you books that I love to read. So the first one I want to share is House Arrest. The author's last name is Holt. K.A. Holt is her name. She actually lives in Austin, so there's a bonus. This book is about a boy named Timothy who his brother was really sick, and I cannot remember at the moment what he had, but it was like a really, really sick little boy. He was around 2-ish. So sick that somebody had to care for him 24 hours a day. He couldn't be left alone. He couldn't really go to daycare. They couldn't afford that. And his dad just couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle the situation, so he just left them. He left the family. So mom is working as much as she can to try and keep up with the bills, especially for the medication, and just take care of the boys. So Timothy went to the store to get the medicine refilled for his brother. This one medicine he has to take, I think it was over $1,000. And somebody's credit card was left out. And in a moment of unclarity, I guess, Timothy decided to use the credit card to pay for his brother's medicine. So he used it, he finished the transaction, and he walked out of the store. But as soon as he walked out of the store, he felt a hand on his shoulder because he was caught. So the judge sentenced him to house arrest. So he had the little bracelet around his ankle. He couldn't leave the house except for school or to go to his counselor or to go to his hearings. It was very specific when he could leave the house. And for 1 year, he had to write in a journal, which he did not want to do, but that he had to. That was part of what he had to do. So through the journal, we just learn who Timothy is. We learn that he really is a great kid. He has such an amazing heart. But he wants to help. It's just sometimes hard for him to know what to do. And he comes, and there's another time in the book where he has to make a decision about saving his brother's life or breaking the law. And it's really a book about helping you discover what you would do in situations like this. I don't think we ever really know until we get into those kind of situations. We all think we're going to do the right thing, and we don't always, because we're human. It just happens. But there's a second one. It's called, oh my gosh, it just left my brain. There's a second one after house arrest that I actually have in my stack of books to read. I knew it like 5 minutes ago. Oh my goodness, it's going to drive me crazy. I'll tell you next week because I'm going to find out. Anyway, people wanted to know what happened to the little brother Levi. And so the author decided, okay, I'll write a book about later, what happens later. So I can't wait to read that one. It's just on my list. I had too many books in my stack this summer. Okay, another one that I loved was Fish in a Tree. Lynda Mullaly Hunt, actually, she has another book out now called Shouting at the Rain, or Shouting in the Rain, Shouting at the Rain. That's in my stack too. Haven't gotten to that one. I had a big stack. I think I can read them all, but I can't. I'll get there eventually, but not in the summer. Okay, so I am, so Fish in a Tree is about a girl named Allie, and sorry, I got my camera going off here and my phone's dead. Allie she is smart enough to make people realize, so that people don't realize that she really can't read. She's smart enough to fake people out. She has been to several different schools. She moves a lot, and she is now at a school where she has a teacher that has figured her out. He's a great teacher, and he has told her, that, well, they figure out that she has dyslexia. And so he's tutoring her after school. He's doing it on his own. And she is like a whole new person. She just is discovering that you're more than a label. You're not just, the girl who can't read, the girl with dyslexia. She's discovering her gifts. She's really discovering a lot about herself. But I think we all have a teacher or a person in our lives that has made a difference like that in our lives, that has helped us discover something amazing about ourselves. I hope that you will tell people that if they've made a difference, that you will let them know what a difference they've made in your lives, because I think lots of teachers don't ever get told, counselors, principals, they don't ever get told how they changed your life. So if there's somebody that has changed your life, tell them. I mean, you could write them a note. You could say it on the slide. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to stay under 7 minutes, so I think this is my last book today. So this one is one of my absolute favorite books I've ever read. It's called Some Kind of Courage by Dan Gemeinhart. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry, Mr. Dan. Anyway, it's just one of the most unbelievable, the best example of grit in any book I have ever read. This kid, Joseph, has lost his entire family. His dad died in an accident. His mom and sister died from illness. And the man who was left to be in charge of Joseph is not a really a very stellar example in society. It takes place, I think, in the late 1800s. Um, so Joseph has a horse that he just loves, his horse Sarah, and he's had it for a long time. And the man that's in charge of Joseph now sells the horse, just sells it without Joseph knowing. And Joseph is determined to get that horse back, and he uh, has unbelievable challenges trying to do this. Some that are, life-threatening challenges. He could have died several times during his journey to try and find his horse. But through all of this, he has hope. He has hope that he is going to find his horse. And he just truly believes it, alive. He feels like he will find his horse alive. And he just has a fire inside of him that will not let him give up. And people with that kind of personality, with that sort of grit in them, just are so impressive to me. And I just think they are such an amazing example to the rest of us. Um, I, I think everyone should read this book. It's really, really a great example of grit. It's okay for, I would say, third grade and up. Third graders, it would be fine to read. It's great. Fish in a Tree also, I'd say, fourth grade and up. Um, House Arrest, probably fifth, sixth grade and up. Uh, anyway, I hope that you found some books that you'd like to read, and I will see you next week. Have a great day.